Hello, everybody, and welcome to another XGR, where we discuss some things in the world of gaming. Where first off, we will start with the news, up to two little things of news that we thought were interesting, and then the catch-up section, where we will talk about the games that we have played over the past week, and then we will finish up with our topic, which today is swatting and other horrible things that gamers do.
You do in games, and I find you in real life, I'll kick you in the nuts.
Yes, I like that title better. Things you do in games that if I find you, I will beat you.
Things you do in games, and I find you in real life, I will kick you in the nuts.
Yeah, but to be fair, that's just beating you.
It's also a bit long for a shirt.
Yeah, that's just hitting you with a blue shell.
But I wouldn't do that for that. I wouldn't do that because that's just playing the game. I wouldn't kick you in the nuts for that. I mean, I'd be pissed off if you beat me, obviously, but I'm not going to take it out in your personal life. But if you do really horrible, dickish, immoral things in games, I will find you and I will kill you. No. I won't kill you. I'll just write love notes to your wife or whatever from someone else, and I'll pretend I'll pretend that it was actually you writing it, sending it to the wrong person, and be like, oh shit, no, and then she'll I'll break up your marriage.
Just because enough time's passed, I'm going to make the joke. You heard it here first here, people. Gamergate 2. This time, it's personal.
Fuck you.
I was going to say that she doesn't have to kill them. She just needs to make them famous enough that Marcus will sort it out.
Yeah. There you go.
I'm going to make
look, 60,000 people are watching this stream. It is
not
done.
Anymore.
Yeah, well, we'll get to that. But as you heard, already joining us is Chris, a.k.a. The Mole, and Anastasia Laserbeam.
Yep.
So first, we shall jump into our bits of news. So with the first bit of news, take it away, Stacy.
I don't know why my floor is so cold.
Okay, her news was her floor is cold.
It's a mystery. Why is it?
It's probably because the only thing that heats my house is the space heater, and the thing that makes obnoxious amounts of noise doesn't actually heat the house. What makes you think it's trying to heat the house?
I thought the thing in your house that made obnoxious noise was you.
Oh, fuck off.
That's what our guinea pigs say.
Yeah.
Alright, first news. EA indicates that there will be a Titanfall 2 on PS4, not just Xbox One. Woo!
Yep.
They had a meeting. They had a meeting at the office, and the CEO Blake Jordan said that last year Xbox, it was only Xbox, but in the future we'll have a much bigger footprint by putting it on multiple platforms.
Yep.
So yeah, I think that's going to be a thing. So they want to spread it out to everybody.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
And it's also worth noting, EA have gone on record before now of saying they wanted a shooter a year. One shooter a year, which means it stands to reason. 1 year will be Battlefield, 1 year will be Battlefront, 1 year will be Titanfall, then back to Battlefield, then back to Battlefront, then back to Titanfall. With three very different shooters. Or, you know what I mean? Three very different shooters. Yeah. Instead of just the Call of Duty approach of Call of Duty, Call of Duty, Call of Duty, Call of Duty. Mushroom, mushroom, Call of Duty, mushroom, mushroom. Sorry, that may be an outdated song.
I have no idea what you are singing or referencing, but, as long as you do, that's important.
The song was Badger Mushroom.
You can be Badger anything, When you do mushrooms, anything is possible.
Yep. It's Mario's t-shirt.
There you go.
No! Sorry, my laptop was going to fall off the stand, which I need to replace.
Alright, so with your first bit of news, take it away, Mole.
Okay, my first bit of news is slightly negative. There's some games out there, but it's more of a warning. Apparently, Episode 2 of Telltale's Game of Thrones is now failing to recognize players' choices made in episode 1. You're giggling? Had you heard that?
No, just
Oh.
that seems par for the course for their games. Like, no, like they make some fun games, but I swear every time they release a new episode, they come up with something new to do.
Yeah, it says it's only affecting Xbox One users, which is weird because apparently it doesn't affect the Xbox 360 ones. But there are numerous threads on Telltale's official forums full of Xbox One players experiencing the issue. Some users even suggest the problem is part of a wider issue where the game's first episode fails to record a player's choices at all upon completion. Something Telltale have been aware of since early December but is yet to rectify. Xbox One players affected by this problem can still play through episode 2, but they're forced to continue the story using the game's default options.
They're better at invalidating than Jeff or Jim.
Yeah. Which I will say that is a shame because I'm playing like Tales of Borderland and I play Wolf Among Us and stuff, and I personally didn't have any problems with them or The Walking Dead and stuff. So it's a shame when something like that happens. And I was just figured we might as well get that out there, warn the people who will buy this, because I know Game of Thrones is huge. People will rush out to buy that because Telltale and Game of Thrones. It's like, yeah, why not?
I like both of those things, and I have no rush at all, but I can totally get other people are.
But yes, that was my news. Back to Hammy.
Okay, and for my first bit of news, little tidbit from Japan, but Bravely Second, the sequel to Bravely Default, now has an official subtitle in Japan. It's called End Layer. And
End layer or and layer, like
end like the
end.
Yes, the last part of something.
Yeah.
Now, hopefully, Stacy won't start blurting stuff out. However, given the first one that the subtitle was kind of silly, but once you get far enough in the game, it kind of has a secret message in there, which is cool. So people have already like trying to figure out what the secret message is in the sequel. Because they're like, they'll probably do the same thing, and I'm like, probably, which was really cool in the first one, because I think I found that on accident because I bought a used copy, and like at one point it like did that, and I was like, and then I was like, ooh, that's not it's probably a spoiler, but that's cool. So
the twist is no twist.
I just thought you said like end layer, like another layer, like another layer of a cake or something.
Nope, the final layer of a cake.
Which is Marcus Shadow's autobiography.
It's sad that cake only had one layer, and it was the final layer.
It's the final layer
of a one-layer cake.
I want that to be the phrase instead of a one-dimensional character. That's a one-layer cake.
Yeah.
Poor Marcus.
I know.
We will totally make fun of him in the catch-up section. But other than that...
oh, no. What's he done to you this week?
No, nothing. Something funny that I probably shouldn't even mention, but I'm going to do it anyway. Anyway, so with the second...
Go ahead. You're the host. You can decide if you mention...
I know. Well, it's as long as it's in the first half, then it'll be fine. He only listens to you got to figure out, use mathematical probability to see when he's going to start listening. Anyway.
Who knows? He may listen and go, yay!
I'll be like, that's not a thing. But, all right, so with the second bit of news, take it away, Stacy.
All right. PS4 is scheduled for maintenance. I think it's 3 p.m. 3:30 Eastern time here. So I think that would be 12:30 p.m. PTD, PDT. Eastern time 3:30, Pacific time 12:30, and UK 5 to 10. So your PSN will not be available during those times.
Is it going to be the typical one where you can't use the store? Is it going to be where if you've signed in before it, you're allowed to still sign in?
It says they're making improvements. Okay, it says the store the store supposedly. Oh no, so the store will not be available during this time.
Yeah, but I said, what about? Is it going to be the one where the store's not available, or is it going to be the one? And is it also going to be the one where you can? Because sometimes when they do PlayStation maintenance, you can still sign in if you signed in the day before.
It doesn't say anything about that. It just says you will not be able to use a store.
Ah, fair enough.
It's fine.
All right, so okay.
Meh.
So with your second news, take it away, Mole.
Vehicles have always been a huge part of any Battlefield game, and in Battlefield Hardline, we can still expect a couple more surprises at launch. Why am I doing the voice?
Because why not?
In a roundtable discussion with Virtual Games today, lead multiplayer designer Fad Sessa, I don't even care if that's right, Fad Sessa, said, and I quote, we still... No, sorry, that's not his voice. I'll just use it in my voice. We still have a couple of surprises for you. I'll talk about one of them, speedboats. You've probably seen them in some of the promos for Riptide or Offshore Miami map. These boats are cool, but they offer a change of pace, and they're armed, so they're powerful when used properly. They're also tricky because of the waves, so they add an interesting new dynamic that you probably have experienced before in Battlefield 4, but it's different in Hardline. Besides that, we may have a couple more surprises for you. Which means, yeah, there's going to be some extra vehicles. So people are asking, what are they going to be? Some people have said jets, hand gliders, jet skis, and stuff like that. I'm hoping for a skateboard myself.
Who do you think you are, like Bart Simpson?
Yeah. But to be fair, in Back to the Future, he did go forward to the year 2015, and he had a hoverboard, so there should be a hoverboard.
Yeah.
More games should have realised that. More games should have realised what year he travelled forward to. I think it was 2015. It was somewhere.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like, so why haven't more games realised this and put a hoverboard in as a tribute this year? Because I guarantee you, if a few of them had, each time you'd be like, oh, that's awesome! And you'd be like, that's genius! Congratulations, developer! Oh my god, you totally get this! Instead of buying their game, be like, this is broken! Damn you, developer, you don't get this!
Like I said, people aren't that smart.
Yeah, some developers are just as useless as Rick doing a tough guy contest. I say that because Rick is our little teddy bear. We like to hug him.
Aw, that's kind of adorable.
Who's our adorable little Ricky?
Of course, Matthew's our little Yum Yum.
Yep, he's a little Yum Yum.
All right.
Rick is like, okay, first of all, I was the big, strong, muscular hammer, and in one podcast, I've now become a teddy bear.
Yeah, I know.
Where did I go wrong? He's thinking.
I'm a transformer. I can be both.
And then he has Mac Daddy mode, where that's for late at night.
There you go.
Late at
He's
night.
bringing the hammer.
Late at night, I believe Richter went on record as saying he was the genetic jackhammer.
I did cash in my money in the bank for that.
He did. Stay still, Owen. I'm trying to rest my drink on you.
If he knocks down his diet soda, does that start a feud?
It does.
All right. So for my second bit of news, Capcom announced that Resident Evil, the re-release, whatever you want to call it, I don't want to say HD version, the HD-er version of the GameCube one, but was Capcom's fastest.
Zombies. Don't spoil this.
Okay, yes, the Resident Evil with zombies and the really fast ones that you have to light on fire before they do that.
Yeah.
One of my favorite was when I bought that game for GameCube, I intentionally had one of my friends play it, and I didn't tell him about the Crimson Heads because I wanted to see him.
Yeah.
And one starts running at him, and he just starts freaking out. Anyway, it was funny. It was totally worth it. But
That
they
sounds
announced
amazing.
that it was. But they announced that it was their fastest-selling digital title, and also sales on the PSN broke the record for the best day one digital title or sale, whatever, which I thought was interesting. So hopefully, some people have speculated maybe we'll get a similar treatment for Resident Evil 2, and I was like, I would like that.
Was there a GameCube remake of Resident Evil 2, or wasn't that
No.
just a port?
Yeah, but they're hoping that they'll actually like do a similar treatment where they'll like remake the second one just with like fancier graphics and whatever. So it'll be comparable to that one. So and I'm like, I could go for that.
I wish they would. However, I can't believe I'm going to have to say this. It's Capcom.
I know.
This one is just porting the GameCube one and making it HD and weird camera angles. It's like I don't think they're gonna make a whole new game-ish, if that makes sense. Like what they did with the remake. I wish they would though, and I couldn't wait to get Crimson Head Nemesis.
Oh, good lord!
Like that just falls under his desk now and shakes at the thought.
That would be. Could he even get more aggressive? Like what? What do you do? Climb up walls?
Spider car, spider buggy.
Yeah, he turns into Venom. When I say Venom, for any kids out there, I do not mean Flash Thompson. I mean Eddie Brock. If you want to know who he is, he's Venom when he was cool. Thank you.
See, having to say that reminds me of like when DuckTales is like, remember, look for secrets. Like both things are just sad that you have to say that.
They are.
All right.
What does a secret look like, and how am I supposed to look for it?
But I'll probably have a comic zone in the future to discuss it. But it's like with the Spider-Man going to the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone was like, "Yay, cool!" I was like, "Yeah, but the films are addressing current ones. Spider-Man's been shitted over for years in the comics, and I know if they go to do Venom, it's going to be Flash Thompson."
Mm.
And that will make me sad. I don't think it'll be Eddie.
Yeah. I'm trying to decide if that's worse than the Spider-Man 3 version. Mm.
I would say no. I'd say yes, it was worse. Only because I liked Eddie Brock portions. He did Topher Grace did a great job as Eddie Brock.
Okay then.
The actual Venom bit where he peels back his face despite having a mouth makes no sense. Although, I'm sorry, the best line in any of the trilogy is still, "My spider sense is tingling."
Oh yeah.
It's not so good.
Yeah.
It sounds like another one of Richter's transformations. Wifely duties transformation.
Plus, in that movie, Venom killed Harry Osborn. Which means Harry Osborn, who was meant to have survived all of the ape shit stuff in Rise of Planet of the Apes, murdered by Venom. He even survived This Is the End, murdered by Venom.
Didn't he go to Oz too?
He did.
That a different actor. Okay.
James Franco, he was the Great Wizard or whatever in the prequel.
That phrase just has a whole new meaning now. Because like whenever there's so many pregnant people at work, whenever they're breastfeeding and have to go to the breastfeeding room, they just say they're going to Oz. So now every time someone says that, that's what I think. Oh, you need to breastfeed someone? Okay.
Are you sure that doesn't mean they're going to the toilet because they're doing stuff down under Oz?
No. It means they're going in the room that nobody uses and breastfeeds because they have to provide a place for that at work.
The room that's totally empty except for a seat and a hidden camera.
Well, it's the room with the private bathroom for the guy who technically owns the building that's never here. They get that room.
He's going to have one hell of a surprise one day.
He knows that it's there. I mean, obviously they know when he's here because it's a big thing. So, like, he kind of announces his presence, like, "I'm here," you know. So yeah. It's like, yeah.
I'm here,
they, like, cut
away
a hole
from
in
the
wall.
breast.
Yeah. My turn, yeah.
Comes in wearing a diaper. My turn. Yeah. Disturbing thoughts aside. Ketchup.
Yeah. So on to the catch-up section. And so with the games that you played this week, take it away, Mole.
Okay, I believe Pew's played the exact same two.
Okay.
Yep.
Assassin's Creed
combo.
Unity first. I played Assassin's Creed Unity. Not that bad. I kind of like that game now they fixed it. Because as we said, Shadow of Mordor was a great Assassin's Creed trailer. It made me want to play Assassin's Creed again, which ironically Assassin's Creed games couldn't do. Playing that, I was like, it's just Assassin's Creed. So I started to play the Unity. I noticed the improvements from the Assassin's Creed that Shadow of Mordor copied, where basically now it's multiple buttons to climb, so you can't run off things by mistake. There's a descend button. There's various stuff where you can equip different pieces to your armor and customize your assassin. There's cool co-op missions. It's Assassin's Creed Unity is pretty fucking awesome. And this is coming from someone that didn't like Assassin's Creed 2 onwards.
And I think you said you also like the character that he actually plays as.
I do like this new assassin. He's kind of awesome. He's relatable and he's awesome. And like I said, I don't know about Pew's experience, about what Pew thinks, but like I said, Assassin's Creed Unity is really fun. I implore people to check it out. I picked it up, A, because like I mentioned, great trailer, and B, because of the glitches, this was on sale.
$8 for 2 trade-ins.
So when you buy it and put it in and do the inevitable patch, which all games nowadays seem to do, it then works perfectly.
Mine didn't work too bad before the patch, but it worked a hell of a lot better afterwards.
Did Rick experience Unity?
No. I want to try Rogue. I don't really want to try Unity, but I want to try Rogue.
If you play Unity, you can join my clubhouse.
It's true.
We got Kage, and me, and Mo. And we got 3 randoms, I think.
Yeah, and since it's my clubhouse, if you want, Rick, if you join my clubhouse, we can then say, Pew, how should we get up here? Should we use the rope, the ladder, or the mystery item? And when she goes, the ladder, we'll go, no, it's the mystery item, stupid Goofy. Seriously, Goofy, go kill yourself. Go kill yourself right now. Hey, Goofy, what will you use to hang yourself? The rope, the ladder, or the mystery item? You chose mystery item. Wrong, it's the rope. Just tie a noose. Go on, just do it, Goofy, do it.
Poor Goofy. Is that why he has self-esteem issues and he has to constantly remind people in Kingdom Hearts what his name is?
Yes.
They're like, Donald, Goofy, how do you... People have to know who these characters are to play this game.
Hey, you know better than anyone, but when you've been completely disinvalidated, eventually you will create a show with your name in the title.
It's true.
It's true. Yeah, and that wasn't me insulting you, Pew. That was me just insulting Mickey's clubhouse, or whatever the fuck it was called. I hate Mickey in that. He's a complete
He's such a
douche.
fucking asshole.
He is I like Mickey Mouse normally. Who honestly can say they hate Mickey? But in that, he's a douche, and not in a good way. He's just overly bitter and mean to Goofy. And like I said, on some of them, Goofy picks an item that would have worked, and then they're like, no, mystery item, which is slightly better. And I'm like, fuck you. And then Mickey's like, huh? Fuck you, Goofy. and I'm like, poor Goofy.
It kind of makes you think of, how are we going to stop the bad guy? Could we use handcuffs? And then, no, we use the mystery item, a fucking gun.
Yeah.
He both gets the job done, just one does it slightly better.
Yeah, at one point, he's even like, kids, how do you think Goofy should kill himself?
Lethal injection?
That's right, kids. He should put his head in the oven. But I like that. But what's Pew's thoughts on Unity overall?
I like Assassin's Creed Unity. I like the multiplayer. I wish that more of them had, weren't just 2 people. There were 2 or more. So that would be cool. But I can understand there's just 2 people. That's fine, too. I like that you can customize every single bit of your armor. Like, you can customize the hood, like your belt, your wrist blades, your pants.
Speaking of that, Pew, I have a new outfit.
You do?
There's
I have a new outfit.
There was a free DLC pit. The free DLC pack that gave you different outfits. The new DLC, well, I think it's a DLC because that's a diamond next to it. Normally means DLC. It's got a tick that says I own it. Is his armor as designed by Todd McFarlane.
Who's that?
Go kill yourself.
Yeah. How should she?
Oh, I've got. Well, I know she read comics and stuff. I thought she might have heard of him.
No, I was joking. That how should she do it?
Oh, I thought you said how would she know? Like I'd gone too far.
No. I was like, how should she? And I trailed off. No, I was making.
The name sounds familiar, but like I'm trying to like recognize its significance.
He created Spawn.
Okay.
And he made Venom cool.
I don't know about the Venom part, but I heard of Respawn.
Well, in case you're wondering, when I say Venom kids, I mean
I know.
I do not mean.
No, I mean I haven't specifically read any Venom comics.
Yeah, no, I mean he made the character of Venom cool. When he was written by Todd McFarlane, he was awesome, Spawn and stuff. Yeah, but the costume itself, it just looks awesome. It's made by him. I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna start using this. I still get all my boosts from my other pieces, but the outfit goes over the top, so you can't see it. But yeah.
So I got a new costume. I got the Phantom outfit, which pretty much looks like this awesome like Simon suit. Even has like little embroideries and like has a little embroidered rose on it and all the ruffles and old time stuff. I just imagine like this is what Simon would go ballroom dancing in if he didn't actually wear a ballroom gown.
I'm sorry, but if it's not the complete douche from Titanic covered in purple, it's not the Phantom.
Yeah, no, does the DLC let you? Does the DLC let you punch people and you leave an imprint of your ring on their head?
Yeah,
that
you were
would
thinking
be
the same thing as me.
Yeah, when she said the Phantom outfit, I was like, I need to make a joke about that because I don't think it's the same one, but
it's not.
That's what it's called. It's the one where you dress up as like you can have a mask on your hood and everything's all like whatever and gold embroidered, and it's just so pretty.
And I have to say, Rick, I want to give you a massive hug for knowing what that was. But the next game we played this week, I say we, but the next game we played this week is Evolve. Yeah. It came out yesterday. Single player on that game, almost non-existent. I mean, it's there, but it's not that good. It's just offline version of the online stuff.
Transfer over, so I would say that if you're having a hard time like playing with other people right now or the server's shitty, you can still level up your skills by doing single player, which I think the only reason is that is for existing.
Well, there's that, and there's also for people who don't want to play online or something, but it's there. However, the heart of this and the best part of this is playing multiplayer.
Yes.
And I really love playing that. Like, I've got it, Pew has it, Crispy's got it, Jim said he's going to get it. I know Marcus is going to get it. Richter said he's eventually going to get it. This game is awesome. It's really cool. Like, I've leveled up my assault guy, and I went to the next one where I got a flamethrower, a minigun, a grenade. And I'm like, it doesn't get better than this. Then I leveled him up and unlocked level 3.
Wait, are you unlocked level 3 on the second character or the first character?
I unlocked the assault. I unlocked level 3 as in the third character you unlock.
Oh, okay.
But
so I thought you meant like the third star.
Yeah, but as I was saying, Rick,
Mm-hmm.
I unlocked the third character. How awesome does this sound? He has a shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
His other weapon is a rocket launcher that fires as fast as an assault rifle with missiles. His power-ups on the side, the right one, like the previous assault ones, makes him basically immortal and unstoppable temporarily because it's like a massive, giant unbreakable shield.
Right.
The one on the left makes him go whoa and erupt like a Saiyan in flames, and essentially speaking, ups all of his damage to godly levels.
Mm-hmm.
Playing as him, I added my bonus at the beginning. I had my super soldier, which is what it's called when he erupts, on, my shield on, and my rocket. And I was playing with Crispy, who was the monster, Oh my god, I ate through his fucking shield and health. And he was like a level 2 monster either. He wasn't even one of those throwaway monster of the week Power Ranger villains like level 1. We don't even talk about level 1 villains.
Which I found out the Cthulhu is actually the second one, not the third one, because I'm like, what could possibly be greater than Cthulhu? But it is a Wraith. Wraiths are better than Cthulhu.
They are. I just want the Kraken.
Turn invisible?
Yeah, they do.
You can like teleport or some shit.
I want the Kraken because he's awesome. The Kraken looks awesome. I want him. But yeah, the Wraith, oh my god. I was playing with that with Crispy. Oh my god. We even got to a part where the level helped the monster out more by creating portals that it can teleport through as well. So it could emerge through a portal, see us, grab me like it had done. It went through a portal behind me, grabbed me, tossed me around like a ragdoll, and teleported away when people started to attack it. And I'm with its own teleport, and I'm like, no, you can't make him even more unstoppable. The Wraith was fucking, he just ate through all of our team. He just killed us. He was really awesome. But I personally, like I said, I'm loving that game. I'm loving the fact custom. I can go against a monster even in. That's the only. Unless there's 5 of us, Rick. The only way of doing the monster versus your friends is if you go custom game. That way it can get rid of boosters and exploiters who would hurt the other players joining and stuff, which is fair enough. I mean, you still get the same XP, the same skills. You're playing in private, which is fine. But so I found that out, which is awesome. And yeah, I love my assault class. That's the one I'm playing. Over to Pew.
Yay for medic class! Why aren't you yaying? Do you not know how to yay? Oh.
Okay. Yay for medic.
Well, in the
hardly a
beta
super
alpha,
soldier with a bazooka.
Yeah. Whichever one I played, I think the alpha, the medic, was actually pretty fun.
Okay, so anyway, the reason, I don't know, I like playing a medic and engineer in TF2 were the ones where you're not directly involved in the battle unless you want to be. Like, you don't have to be like the friggin' tanks, like, all up in his face all the time.
Can I just say, we here at the Xpound do not condone playing as a medic in Team Fortress 2.
Medics have it the worst in TF2 because all these assholes are fucking spamming medic when they're full health, and like what they really mean is they want an Uber.
Yeah, that annoyed the crap out of me when I was playing as a medic on that, and everyone kept pressing the button that screams, "I need a medic! I need a medic! I need a medic!" I'm like, no, you don't need a medic. Or if you do, you need a psychiatric medic. That's not what I'm specialised in.
But I like the medic class here because you can heal from really fucking far away, which I think is the best part is like being on top of a cliff or something while people are fighting the monster, and then I can drop healing bombs if everybody needs like group healing, or I can also make the monster visible in like dark areas, or if you shoot it with the sniper, you can get extra damage because you're exploiting weak point. You can put a weak point on there, and then if you shoot the weak point, you get extra damage on it, and also the sniper reduces his armor. And a bunch of other cool, like, kind of technical shit like that.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's really fun, and I like doing that, because, I don't know.
Support classes in shooting games and stuff can be fun. I do like them. And I do like the fact you can have friends versus a monster and stuff, and if you went custom or however you want to do it, you can have it completely private with no randoms. So instead of all of that, you're just going against PvE, and you can also tweak the difficulty, Rick. And I love how they've done the difficulty. It's not easy, medium, or hard. It's favors hunter, neutral, or favors monster. So you can decide, based on what class you're playing, whether or not that would make you easy or difficult for whatever players. And I'm like, that's kind of cool. Yeah.
I also like I think it's support because the support class also has I think it's Maggie because she has Daisy with her, and Daisy is the dog that tracks the monster. It's kind of like a lizard thing, and
it's a cute little doggy.
It reminds me of that thing from John Carter.
Yes, the John Carter dog. I love that thing.
But see, when you customize your support class, you also customize the dog. Like nice. Like he noticed, he's like, "Hey, Daisy changed." And I'm like, "Yeah, because I changed to match my weapon skin." So that was pretty cool.
That was.
So I'm having a whole lot of fun with it and everything. I like how they like level up and it's always different like little objectives and stuff. That's cool. They got some other guy that kind of looks like Mole's character, except he doesn't have an eye patch. He's a guy healer.
Nice. My guy now doesn't have an eye patch.
What does your guy look like now?
Black Stormtrooper.
Like black as in his stormtrooper outfit's black, or he is black? And
As in, he's black, like the guy everyone made a massive deal about in Episode 7 trailer. Oh my god, there's a black guy in space. We've never seen one of them before.
okay.
When I would say, what about Star Trek The Next Generation?
What about episode, 5 or 6 with Lando?
He doesn't count.
He doesn't? I think he counts.
He doesn't count. You can say, well, what about Mace Windu? He doesn't count.
Mace Windu maybe, but you can't discount an ice cold Colt 45.
Yeah. And I was kidding. Lando was awesome, and he was a
Lando was
villain.
awesome.
Thus, you can't complain about that. He was also Mace Windu, but
wasn't in
they
space.
were making a big deal about, oh my god, it's a black stormtrooper when he took off his helmet. It's like, that just seemed, because they made a big shot about it, a big like it was designed to draw in attention and controversy. I don't like that. If it's just been a random shot, that's perfectly fine. I mean, at this point, stormtroopers aren't clones. At this point, stormtroopers are more like a military. They are recruiting people of different race, different colors, different creeds, everything. Cool. But don't fucking rub it in people's faces like, look at him, look how different he is.
Look at it! Look at it! Look at it!
Because I would make a case that doing that, like, look how different he is just highlighting that he's different and is actually encouraging people to be racist when it shouldn't. And that's my speech for Black History Month. Or, as we've called it on the Xpound, February, because she's in all the around the pounds.
Ah.
I believe there was a Rick for his catch-up.
Yep. All right.
Rick,
So
Rickelodeon.
there you go. So
That's his secret pet name for you. He whispers it in your ear when he doesn't think you're listening.
I always thought that was James. Okay. Well, one of the ones I played this week was the new DLC for Hyrule Warriors with Tingle, Young Link, and a little bit of that new map, the Termina.
How does Tingle play?
He's okay. He's got a few like useful moves. He just seems like they tried to make him weird because he's a dude dressed up as a fairy. Not terrible. He's fire based. But yeah.
Oh, I was going to say, what's different about Young Link? Because when I was playing Hyrule Warriors, it seemed like Link was young and just starting off to begin with, so I don't know why he'd be younger.
I'm getting there.
Ooh, that'll be fun.
Yeah, but I don't know. Tingle's fire-based. I think I like Darunia better as fire-based, but Tingle's not bad. Young Link, as he stands normally, isn't super good because he's smaller. So like he's got some really good combo attacks though, but like his attacks don't always hit as far because he's smaller and he stabs like a little kid. But and he's okay. He's dark based, which is nice. But I mean, there's already 5 million dark based people, and you have to really be really good to be better than Twilly Midna.
It should have been Toon Link.
You don't want to hit people with the bridge?
Love hitting people with the bridge and the giant laser. But anyway, then the thing with Young Link is his when you do his magic, he turns into Fierce Deity Link. So he takes his Roid mask, and then he's fucking amazing.
Roid mask.
His Roid mask. He is really fucking good because he gets like even more range than just having a bigger sword and being a taller person. He gets like shockwaves on some of his stuff, and he's an absolute monster in magic mode. He's awesome. And what makes it even better is his special attack. I always forget. I mix them up with the Y button, whatever's the top one. No, X. But his special attack, he plays the Ocarina, and it turns his special meter into magic meter. So, like, when you're in Magic, you can extend how long you're there besides just getting the kill bonuses and picking up Magic. You have another way to stay in it. So he is so fun on those rack up your KO counts from the Master Quest maps. Like, he's awesome there because you can just stay as, like, awesome buff Link for, like, way too long.
Nice.
Also, his and when you're in Magic, you know, there's like, if you run out of Magic, you do the attack, which is usually an AoE, but if you actually use the special attack, you do a different one that'll display the weakness gauge. His, I don't know if this happens in the game, but his one where if you activate special in Magic is awesome because he, like, powers up his sword and, like, Majora's Moon comes down at, like, in front of him, and then he just uses his sword and just cuts the moon in half, and then it just explodes. And I'm like, that is so cool. I'm like, I don't know if that happens in the game, but he totally just piccoloed it.
That sounds like something that should happen with Torque in Borderlands.
He would just flex in the moon's gonna explode.
Why would you
Explode! Don't blow the fucking moon! Yeah!
Why would you blow up the moon? Do you have no respect for the tides?
I don't.
I just don't want giant monkeys to come.
Yeah. I just loved that on Teen Titans Go when Starfire blew up the moon and Cyborg's like, why would you blow up the moon? Do you have no respect for the tides?
No.
And I'm like, that's a valid question.
It is. But it's the troll moon. It's not the real moon. I don't know if Hyrule has a real moon or an only troll moon, but yeah.
So,
It's only troll moon.
based on the fact Smash Brothers, all of the Nintendo stuff are in the same universe together, in Mario 3, you can kill the sun, and in this, you kill the moon.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell happens to the Earth? Is it always night? Always Did everything just die from really coldness as we watch the space?
Yes. And that's where Penguin Suit Mario comes in.
Nice. That's what Mario Galaxy was about. Bowser was like, you know what? This Earth is like a sinking ship right now. I'm getting the hell out of here. You see, I'm punked. You see, I'm punked. I'm getting out of here. I'm taking the princess with me.
There you go.
What's next? Are they gonna start targeting planets?
Yes. But then the map you get, basically you have a limited number of fights. Each fight is one of the numbers, and then after that, the moon will crash in and reset the board. But you keep item cards you've gotten and your highest rank. So if you've already A-ranked something, you don't have to, like, I don't think you have to A-rank it again. You still have to do the battle, but I don't think you have to A-rank it to
Nice.
all the ones. And but also there's, I'm assuming most of this ties into the game. I know about the 72-hour limit, because when you first boot up the map, it's like 3 turns. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm assuming they just want to show you what it's like. So I did the 3, and then the moon crashed in, and then you have 72, and I'm like, that's what I remember, because I remember it being like 3 days or 72 hours before the moon would kill. I could be wrong about that. And then at various points on the map, there's owl statues, and if you do that battle, the owl statue will activate, and the battles next to it will not be undone. So, like, you can still keep some progress if you reach those. I'm assuming that they're, like, maybe harder fights that are near them.
Oh,
so, like,
cool.
so you don't have to redo them. But
cool. So the things you loved weren't just completely wiped away as if they never existed. It's almost like a world before Disney.
that did exist, but now it doesn't. They saw to that.
Curse you, Walt Disney's frozen head.
Alien. Anyway.
He wakes up. Are the Jews dead? No. Okay, put me back to sleep.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was pretty cool, and you get, of course, new items for the, uncover secrets, like the Zora mask for whirlpools and the little sad Marcus face to depress switches and stuff. But it's a little Goron mask, but he looks kind of sad, and I'm like, that kind of looks like Marcus if he was frowning. Like.
Nice.
But and you also get the what is it? You get like other 2 ones that are kind of cool. One is the Mask of Truth, I think it is, or something like that, and that will up your defense for the next battle. Like whenever you use it, the next battle you have like double defense, And then there's the I think it's Majora's Mask actually, which will fill your special and magic for the next fight or something. I don't know. I haven't gotten those yet, but I just thought it was cool that they made those kind of items instead of just like, oh, you use this to blow a hole in the wall and now you can get a heart container. It's like, this one will actually help you out. But the second game I played, alluded to last week with our influx of Japanese games, is called Criminal Girls, invite only on the Vita. And that is very, it's like, it very much, it's not like, it has a lot of fan service in it, but it's not like, it seems like it's the focus, but it's not really. But basically you play as a dude who's tasked with leading these 7 girls to the ear in hell, and they're dead, and you're trying to get them to absolve themselves of their sins by like, oh, look, you were a terrible person. If you make it through all these trials together, then you can be reborn and you'll be a better person. And to get them new skills, you have to, do stuff like tickle them and drop liquid on them and spank them and stuff. So, normal things.
Fuck me and you can go to heaven.
I wouldn't go that far, but...
Since you're in hell, do you at least get an armchair with a minigun and a rocket launcher?
No, that'd be cool. Or a gun that shoots diamonds. Or...
Yeah.
No, but it does go through familiar settings of hell. Like there's the fiery one, the icy one, the one that looks like school. The normal stuff.
Nice. That reminds me a little bit of that game, Catherine. Now, admittedly, some people didn't like the gameplay of that, fair enough, but the story was so cool with the redemption and the climbing up and seeing how the world around you was going and stuff. I'm like, that was a great story, and it sounds like this has done something similar with the story of redemption and stuff. With, it's got fan service, but the redemption, that's always cool to see.
Yeah. No, it is kind of cool. I mean, really, there's like a lot of dialogue and stuff, but most of like the plot revolving around why they're there is toward the end of the game. But it was actually still pretty good. Like that they each had at least unique stories.
Nice.
But yeah, it was definitely some redemption there. And why isn't Catherine on sale like every Valentine's Day? Everyone's always like, they should have that on sale. And then it never is. And I'm like, who is doing that?
Yeah.
Just put it on sale.
You don't already have it?
Oh, no. No, I tried the demo. Not over here. It wasn't actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was one of the few. It's like one of the 3 games that was European only.
That sucks. Yeah, it was free here, and I was like, okay, I'll try it. And when I did, I was like, okay, the gameplay's not overly great when you're doing the platforming and stuff, but
puzzles.
Yeah, but it was cool. It made you think. But the story itself was actually really engaging.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to see. Because the story looks good, and I've heard a lot of people say that like the story is really good, and it did look good. And I did want to play the story parts, but we didn't get it free.
It's also really kind of unique.
Mm-hmm.
Because spoiler alert, but they actually have a transgender character in the game.
Oh wow, really?
And they don't make a big deal about it.
Nice.
There's this woman who's working at the cafe, and she's the only woman who's not affected, or the only woman that is affected. Sorry, which is only affecting guys. And you later find out why. It's because she was born a guy. And I'm like, that's actually pretty. I don't know what you'd call it, but forward thinking.
Yeah.
I like that.
Nice. Well, yeah, that's what I've played this week.
How many souls did you save?
Oh, just the 7.
Wait, what about the dude who was leading them? Does he get a soul saved for, like doing all that shit? Dealing with them?
Well, okay,
I don't know. It's like a job for that dude. I don't. They're just like, oh yeah, this is your job, and he's like, okay. Well, that's supposed to represent like the player, so you name them and stuff.
Well, there's 7 of them to collect and find and all that. If you plug in Sonic and Knuckles and make Sonic and Knuckles in hell, do you get an extra 7 that are never at all mentioned ever again in the continuity of the game with Hyper Girls?
That would be amazing.
That's right, people. I remember the Hyper Chaos Emeralds and stuff when they did the Chaos Emeralds, Hyper Emeralds, just to have an excuse to collect them again if you hadn't purchased Sonic 3. Never again mentioned. Weird.
Yup. So now on to our topic. Yeah. Oh.
I was just going to say, hell, I remember there only been 6 Chaos Emeralds at one point. That might make me
Seven
really
won the
old.
Master Emerald.
I'm trying to decide if I know that.
Sonic 1 only had 6.
I'm trying to remember how many I remember because I know I've played Sonic 1 way back when, but I don't. I know for a fact I didn't see any Chaos Emeralds. I heard about because I'm pretty bad at that game, but I don't remember how many there were. Oh well.
We need a discussion on here like we did with the evolution of Mario. We need one of Sonic. In the future, I'm one for Mega Man for Rick.
Poor Mega Man.
I'm one for Claptrap for Pew.
Yay.
Okay.
No, she should get the Link one.
Yes. Explain to us the timeline.
Well, you see, there was an evil sorceress, and she brought all of them together.
Yeah, we're going to streamline it into one timeline. Cool. And it branches, and it's not one timeline, it's multiple. Yeah. Don't you try and trick me with your words.
With your words.
We put in this convenient flowchart so we could explain it. This is somehow more convoluted than Castlevania. What have you done?
Yeah. In my head, the official canon to Legend of Zelda is the first game. He kind of dies or gets put into a coma by the main boss if you fail. And then fuck it, the rest of them is just him reliving his same journey over and over again. But his mind can't cope with it, so he sometimes imagines things differently. Like, he doesn't want to imagine why Zelda was such a nice person and how he's lost Zelda. So fuck it, she pushed him off a cliff.
Yeah. Did you ever hear the fan theory about Super Mario 3 that it's a stage play? And that's why
I did.
See, like, the bolts and stuff holding up the scenery.
I had heard about that, and I was like, so disappointed when Nintendo came out and revealed that wasn't true. I was like, wow, why did you have to take that away? It wasn't a bad theory.
That's what Nintendo do.
But I know
Or
they
don't,
did that.
for that matter.
I understand they did that because they wanted to include like the Koopalings in future games and stuff, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And I will admit that version of Mario had my favorite flying flying mechanic of any Mario game. Because I didn't like the cape of go up, down, up, down. I like to run till it goes pee, beep, 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 and then you just go wee, and your legs go up in the air.
I like to run till I go pee, right?
Exactly. But now I believe it's our topic with Rick the Hammer.
Yep.
Reporting live from the Ivory Tower.
I should get like an echo effect and just for inside the Ivory Tower.
Hello,
But yes, we're talking about, well, Stacy put it in a more succinct way, but basically swatting and other horrible things that gamers have started doing to other people.
Yep.
Yeah.
like fucking camping, that shit.
I will say, there was something that made me think of this for why we should take it as a topic.
Was it that dude who was like swatted while he was streaming or whatever?
Oh yeah, like a few of them had been, but yeah, the recent one, the RuneScape player, which I do have it written down. If there's you who didn't know,
People still play RuneScape?
yes, a RuneScape player was swatted in front of 60,000 viewers on Twitch. On Thursday, unarmed SWAT team members turned up at the home of the 27-year-old Joshua Peters from Minnesota in the US. Following the prank call, the door was answered by Peters' 10-year-old brother. Peters left the room to address the commotion before returning to the stream around 15 minutes later in some sort of distress. In the video below, Peters responds to those responsible in an emotional plea. He said, "I see you posting my address. I had the police point a gun at my little brother's head because of you. They could have been shot. They could have died because you chose to swap my stream. I don't give a shit about what you have against me or what I did to you. For that instant, I'm at a loss for words. Your gripe is with me, so let it be with me and do not involve my family in any way, shape or form with this. They don't deserve that. He then later told ABC News he wasn't sure who targeted him or why, but he is now working with the authorities to track down the culprit. And also, in a similar thing-ish, I mean, this was in the same news article, 19-year-old Las Vegas man Brandon Wilson, aka Famed God, was arrested on Thursday in connection with swatting a Chicago resident just last year.
Nice.
The Chicago Sun-Times reports authorities claim Wilson hacked into consoles to obtain information on two people and then threatened to access a bank account. So yeah, we got that.
Yeah.
That's shitty.
I saw that in the news and I thought, why does this keep happening, the swatting thing? I don't like it. And I thought it was a great starting point. So what did you think about that news I mentioned?
Glad they caught a dude. I remember they caught a guy a couple months ago, or not a guy, a little kid. I don't remember how old he was. Little as in he's dumb, but not little as in he's 5. But and I remember somebody suggested in the message board suggested that his punishment be that he has to go and like talk about the dangers of swatting like to schools and stuff. And I was like, that's genius. Like you did something stupid, and now you have to tell everybody about how stupid it is. Like when you're like over here, I know that a lot of times if you well, not a lot of times, but it was a thing where if you're like a lot of times have like drunk driving or whatever, you have to go to schools and like talk about how you killed someone's mom because you just had to drink and drive, and it's like, yep, that's right. Face up to the fact that you did something stupid. And tell other people from personal experience that it's dumb and not to do it. I kind of wish that was one of the punishments for it.
Yep. I also feel, just because of how increased it is, the police should also have something in place for this.
Yes. Hopefully they will, yeah.
Like
I
realize,
yeah.
Sorry, I was going to say, I realize it can cost lives or whatever people are going to say. I do get that before people say that, but they should have something in place where when you go to do it, if your number's call collect or whatever, or hidden so you can't show it, you have to give them your actual number and they'll phone you back so they can track you if it's a wrong case.
Yeah.
Or a deliberate wrong case. I mean, if someone's made an actual genuine mistake, it happens. They're trying to be a good person. This is not them being a good person.
Yeah.
Just them going, I just swatted him.
I just gave trauma to a 10-year-old.
Huh.
I didn't even get why that would be a thing. Like, what? It's like, the cop showed up at your house. I don't even see why that would be something you'd want to do to someone. That doesn't seem. I know, like I know that there's. Well, like when I first heard about it, I was like, I don't get it. And then like when they're like, oh yeah, there's danger because they think that it's, they point guns at them and stuff. Like, okay, I can see that, but really, like, you're like, this person. I don't even know what imaginary slight they had against them, but it's like you're gonna just call the cops on them and make it like, what the like, how old are you?
Yeah, it's it. A lot of times, it's not even the worst part. Is a lot of times it's not even an imaginary slight or an insult or anything. A lot of times they're doing it just because they think it's funny.
Yeah, which I don't get. Like, comedy is subjective, but there's stuff that's just not funny, and that's definitely one of those things.
Yeah, like that or Carrot Top.
Yeah. But I just, like, I don't even get how that would be funny. Yeah.
I like how you agree. Yeah, that and Carrot Top are not funny. You agree.
He's had, like, one or two funny things, but I don't, he has, like, giant, like, Dragon Ball Z arms. I'm scared of him now. He's Nappa with a fro. Anyway.
Fair enough. If Carrot Top is listening to this, my name is James Phoenix, and I can be reached in New York City.
No, okay. Like, this is gonna sound horrible. Swatting, that's not funny. Getting Carrot Topped, that might be funny. Like, you get Carrot Topped to show up at someone's door, just be like, you just got Carrot Topped. And he comes in, he's like, I don't know what I did to annoy you people, but my 10-year-old brother had to open that door and see Carrot.
Yeah.
And that's probably wrong. I probably shouldn't make that joke, but I think it's kind of funny. But anyway.
It would be. Yeah, there are some instances where this could be really funny. Like, imagine if you opened up the door and there was Rick Ashley, and he goes, "I'm never gonna give you up."
That would be awesome.
Like door-to-door Rick.
Yeah, like no one's gonna get hurt with that except Rick Astley's feelings.
Yeah. I hear loud rustling.
Oh, sorry.
But I was gonna say, yeah, the swatting thing though, as much as we joke, it's not funny.
No,
And-
swatting isn't funny.
It's not yeah, it's not funny, and people are doing stuff like this all the time now, and I don't get it, because it used to be, if you were a gamer, what that meant, and I can't believe I'm going to have to go onto this territory, but if you were a gamer, it used to mean you'd buy gaming magazines, and you'd talk about games with your friends or something, you'd enjoy it, it'd be a pastime, a hobby, whatever you want to call it, cool. Nowadays, it's like, if you're a gamer, you have to prove you're better than all the other gamers by ruining their actual lives. And I don't get that.
Don't forget that also when you're a gamer, you have to prove that you're better than other people, not just from that respect, but like you have to prove that they're not as good a gamer because they don't know as much as about random trivia that you do. When you wouldn't know as much random trivia that they would. You know, like, you ever see that where they're just like, oh, you're not a gamer because you don't know that the warp whistle is in level 3 of Mario Brothers. Like,
It is?
Or like
Okay,
freaking button combinations or shit like that.
I'm gonna make
Yeah,
I'm gonna make the joke, Richter, of you're not a gamer because the warp whistle wasn't introduced till Mario 3.
Yeah,
Oh, snap.
I'm kidding. I know
because that's
exactly
the one
what
we were
Richter's
talking about.
Yeah, I know. It's just when you said it level
Yeah.
3 of Mario, I was like, what? No,
Yeah.
Mario 1 was run along the top and fall into the pipes. I
Actually,
shouldn't remember that.
actually, Mario 1 was the one where you would punch the crabs and the turtles from down below.
There was that as well.
Yeah. But yeah, but like stuff like that. But like, see, we'll joke about that.
Yeah,
like,
we're joking about that.
yeah, but like there are people that do stuff like that. We're just like, oh, do you remember the 5th level or the 5th boss in BioShock? And you're like, no, is that Andrew Ryan? And they're like, no, idiot. God, I thought you liked that game. You're like, I did like that game. I played it like 8 years ago. I'm sorry that I don't play it every year.
I played that like 6 months ago, but I'm not fucking counting bosses. I mean, like, yeah, I can count the first one and the last one. All the other ones are in between bosses. Like,
Yeah, it's like something that annoyed me is it used to be, at least when I was growing up, yeah, when with SNES and Mega Drive, they sort of had, or Genesis, they had sort of had a rivalry, but it was more like a sports team. You wore the Nintendo colors with pride, you wore the Sega ones with pride, and if you saw a kid in school that played Nintendo, or you saw a kid in school that played Mega Drive, and you were on whichever side, you'd still talk to him.
Yeah.
Whereas nowadays, it's like, oh, you're playing PlayStation. Oh, I'm playing Xbox. Oh, you're playing Xbox. Oh, I'm playing PlayStation. Oh, you're playing Wii. We're playing any other console. Or, yo, you're PC. Or it's like, you're playing any game console. Haha, we're playing PC.
or, oh, you like Nintendo? I guess I'll throw a giant bucket of popcorn that I paid for and don't get refills on over your entire head, completely wasting the popcorn and that person's day.
That's almost oddly specific. No.
That happened to me because I didn't like my Nintendo hoodie and they wasted a full bucket of popcorn on me that they didn't get free refills for, and that was it. Like,
Yeah.
really? You just spent $7 just to throw that popcorn at me? Asshole.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, that's just a fucking waste, and you're an idiot.
But I say it, with me, I always have the opinion with the game stuff. Like, take Richter, for example.
Uh-oh.
He plays Xbox One. He plays PlayStation Vita. I don't have those. However, I don't think he's any less of a gamer because he plays the systems I don't own. If that makes sense, it's like, I'll do this podcast with Richter. He'll host, and he'll be counted as a gamer, and I'll host, and he won't. But no.
Basically, just because we're not exact clones of each other doesn't mean anybody's any less of a person.
Yeah. Except for Goofy, you should go kill him.
Yeah, apparently. God, what the fuck are you thinking trying to get up the ladder?
Yeah, but I mean, you always get stuff like that. There's also been people nowadays who, and you also get groups that are doing it aren't gamers, but you get a load of gamer groups now who deliberately hack other games so that the other game that they're playing suddenly seems better.
Yeah.
Like, I remember Call of Duty players hacking Battlefield servers at one point,
Oh, you mean where they got the guy had just hit the tip of his gun coming out of the rock, and you couldn't shoot the rock?
No,
You had to
no,
shoot him in the gun.
no, Pew. That's just a glitch. I'm not about
Okay.
actually taking down the servers. I was being.
Okay.
But yeah, Call of Duty. I saw Call of Duty players take down the Battlefield server so they could go, haha, Call of Duty still is online. Battlefield people did it to Call of Duty, and it's like, what's the point? Doesn't matter, because literally, video games should be like a sports team, like I did the analogy. Like for example, if I'm going to say I don't know, PlayStation right now, and let's say Richter is Xbox. Yes, we can take some jabs at each other about, haha, my team's winning, haha, my team's winning, haha, whatever. But at the end of the day, we should just be fans cheering our team. That's fair enough. That's perfectly okay. However, what I'm not going to do is pull out a gun and shoot his star player and then go, haha, my team still has a star player.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like, let's say I'm PlayStation and Richter is Xbox. I'm not going to. I can turn around and make fun of him for any sort of football-related thing, like, ha ha ha, you totally made the wrong play at the Super Bowl. You know, just off the top of my head. No, I'm kidding with the Super Bowl joke. But even that's fair enough. You know what I mean, Rick? Like, it should be more like a sports team. It should be like friendly rivalry. And even sports teams, they do take it too far sometimes. I am aware of that before people point out the irony. But it should be like the friendly part of the sports team. Like for example, I know people over here that are two different football fans of two rival teams. And you know what they do? They hang out together, they have fun, and they just occasionally rib each other based on how their team has performed or not performed.
Oh, I'd go even farther than that. Like my two neighbors, left and right, have the giant
Is that their names?
No, like my house is in the middle.
Cousin of red and green.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, like they have like these giant inflatable things. Like one had the Giants or whatever, and then one had like the Green Bay Packers, and they both staring each other down. My house is like in the middle, but like the way they had it was awesome, and they were really cool about it. You know,
yeah,
that's all they did.
I said, "Oh, Pew, are you calling them left or right, based on which wing their political views are?"
Oh no, well, I don't know. What do you? I don't even know what color. Well, not what color, but what kind of view is it when you believe the world is 6,000 years old and dinosaurs are fake, because God is trying to trick you, or scientists are trying to trick you, or whatever?
I call that being American.
There you go. His religion is
now,
American. You heard here.
That's racist. Now you've gone too far.
Every time like I babysit his kids or whatever, he's like, I hate when you talk about dinosaurs. That shit's fake. They put that there. Don't mention dinosaurs around my kid. And I'm like, oh, okay, sorry.
I'm gonna make the joke of, it's not racist, Richter, as you are currently a white male. Therefore, or just white in general. Therefore, you're a descendant of my people. You're just our like inbred cousins. It's fine. We can rib you. We're family. It's cool.
That's
also,
how it works.
Robbing a kid of dinosaurs, that's horrible. That's like a crime. Like I don't really I don't like love dinosaurs anymore, but like kids and dinosaurs, that's like one of the things. Like you can't. That's horrible.
The scientists planted it there to try to trick God, and it didn't work.
I'm gonna have to say,
I
Rick,
bet it did. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to say, Rick, when you say I don't even like dinosaurs anymore, Grimlock.
Yeah, I don't. I like Transformers, but I don't really like Grimlock much. I don't.
I thought you liked him.
He's okay. I mean, I don't hate him like Rodimus or Hot Rod. I hate him. Getting Optimus Prime killed, that asshole. But,
you mean not Optimus?
Yes.
Whichever one take over, they're not Optimus.
Yes. Yeah, but no, a lot of people love Grimlock, but I'm just like, okay.
Yeah. I was only partly kidding with that because I thought everyone did, but yeah, it's like, yeah, all kids, in my opinion, all boys at least, should play with dinosaurs, robots, and trains, or
Two
cars.
of those things are planted there to make God angry.
Is that
or
the cars
confuse
and
him.
trains?
I think it's the dinosaurs and robots, because I don't think he allows robots either.
He doesn't allow Pokemon either.
Actually, I would have to say he does totally allow robots, because there must be a robot heaven, or there could never be a robot hell. There's even a song about robot hell. I love the robot devil.
He is fun.
Down here on level 5 of Rubber Hell. But no, like I said, gamers do act unethically a lot of times nowadays, and it's bad.
Unfortunately.
I don't know why it's become this, and it's like it says it all when PlayStation, I believe Microsoft as well, I'm not sure, announced that they were going to be doing more social integration like Facebook and stuff. The amount of people I saw who turned around and said, I don't want to do that because I know what gamers are like. I don't want them harassing my Facebook page just because I happen to beat them.
Yeah.
And like gamers nowadays are too, I don't know what you'd call it, but a load of them are self-entitled,
Yes.
and a load of them rage quit if they're losing on various games. That should never be a thing. Like back in the day, if I was playing Mario Kart, say on the SNES, and I was losing, you know what I did? I finished the race, or finished the best I could, or whatever, because it was fun. I was just having fun. Nowadays, you'll get people who, after they're losing on Mario, will unplug their fucking console so it doesn't count as a loss.
Yeah.
It's like, really? Why?
Also,
Basically,
one
it
thing
should be less about the gaming dick and more about the game.
there you go. And I think that one of the problems I'm having with like the swatting and the various other things they do, like ordering food for people, is that they're like, this is one thing I personally hate with a lot of stuff. They're involving people that were not involved. So like, let's say you're playing a game and a dude beats you and you're mad at that guy. Fair enough. You know, you can yell at that guy or play him again or, you know, try to one-up him, whatever. But, you know, why involve the police? They have nothing to do with it. They're doing other stuff. You don't call a restaurant and order like 5 pizzas delivered to them. Like, the pizza place has nothing to do with it. Like, really, it's cowardly that you're like, oh, I'm mad at that guy. I'm going to get someone else to do it. Like, that, unfortunately, that's American to me. Like, passive-aggressive bullshit. Like, ooh, I want to, like, get that guy, but I can't just key his car or yell at him or call him a dick. I'm going to get someone else to do it for me. Ha, 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 ha. It's like, no, you're not a mastermind. You're a petty little piece of shit. Yell at him or get better or stop playing or do something else. Like, you don't just involve other... It'd be like with your example where you're saying that you were playing Mario Kart and, like, someone beat you. That'd be like then you got up and then told his mom that he had, like, just be like, Mom, Crispy's doing drugs or something. Like, no, just do it yourself. You don't, like, yell at him or man up or do whatever. You don't just then go
How
get
about just
the
move
mom
the
to
fuck
do it.
on?
Exactly. Like, deal with it. Don't...
I will say,
don't
Rick
yeah.
made a good point. You shouldn't get innocent people involved. However,
Exactly.
the second he said passive-aggressive, I don't know why in my head, I'm thinking passive-aggressive Smurf has suddenly been swatting brainy Smurf. And the image in my head is just mind-numbingly hilarious. It shouldn't be. But, yeah, ironically, the food one, I'm not going to encourage it, but I'm going to say it's, in my opinion, it's not as bad as the swatting one. The swatting one, I hate it because not only is it wasting police time, not only is it affecting people who aren't involved, but the other thing as well is, what if, like, let's say the person was playing the game with, say, I don't know, the PlayStation Zapper type dealer that they've had before now, or the Wii Zapper, and he answers, and the police go through there and just see him with a gun as he turns. They could shoot him. There's that.
Yeah.
There's an actual danger there. And it's like, I'm sorry, if, like, let's say Richter was streaming and someone was to swat Richter, if those police were to come to his house where he has his kids and do that, Richter should, by law, be able to go to your house and kill you.
I was also thinking, what if you have, like, playing
I agree with
GTA or
that.
something, and you hear that game really loud, and they hear shooting as they're entering the house, you know? And it's not obviously you're playing a game, but they don't know that. They hear, like, really loud shooting.
Yeah.
Like, that would, like, I don't know, that would scare the hell out of me.
That would as well. It's like, and the worst part about it is the police break the door down.
Yeah.
Which I understand, but they break the door down, which ruins their property. They then threaten them with guns, and it's like, there's no part of this, which is funny.
That one guy, I think they broke I think 3 or 4 doors down because he locked his house, but he also locked his bedroom and everything else, and like they went like shit searching for him into the house.
They did, and it's like, it's stupid. I don't see why you would do this, and I'm I hate to say it, but it's becoming right now where it's becoming more of a case of people are starting to feel ashamed of being labelled a gamer,
Oh, definitely.
and that shouldn't happen. It's like you're not going to see someone be like fucking, I don't know, it's really ashamed to be named, I don't know, a model ship collector, which is an equally valid hobby before anyone giggles, like making the ships and the bottles. Equally valid hobby. But I've never seen anyone go, oh my god, that dude's making a model ship
What
in
a
his
cunt,
front
no.
room. Let's phone the SWAT team. What's he doing? He's dismantling military hardware. No one does that. And it's like, it's stupid. And it's like, the more our society, but I think part of the problem is the internet, because the more our society hooks up everyone in the world to the internet, is the moment you start to realize that a lot of the world are idiots and a lot of the world are evil.
Agree with that.
It's like I've made the comment before now to someone. I don't know if you'd agree or not, Rick, but if you, in my opinion, if you phone the police about swatting and it's proven that you did it deliberately after watching the Twitch thing or whatever, and you wasted the police time,
Mm-hmm.
I think they should get the same types of punishment as hackers do, where they're not even allowed onto any internet stuff or have any internet stuff within their house or be able to use it, or they get arrested. I think that should be a thing.
That would be awesome.
Because it's like, I'm sorry, it's like when people, and I don't mean any offense to any Americans when I say this, because I know the two in here haven't done this, but I know some people do. It's like when people throw out, oh, it's freedom of speech. Well, I'm sorry, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be freedom of speech to be racist. It shouldn't be freedom of speech to be sexist. It's like, you may have a right to say whatever you want, but you have a responsibility to say what's right, if that makes sense.
Well, also, a lot of times with the freedom of speech, they don't understand that there are limits on it. It's not 100% freedom of speech. They just choose. Either they don't know any better, or they're like, oh, freedom of speech, and they just understand those three words and not that it doesn't mean everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, they definitely. I think they should take away their internet. That's a very good idea. Because, just real quick, one I wanted to say with that is like, okay, if you, run over someone with your car, they kind of take away your license. They're like, okay, you've proven in the short term that you can't handle the responsibility of a car and a license, so you can't do that for a while. Do that with internet. You've proven you can't handle the responsibility of having information at your fingertips, so you don't get it for a while. It's like you put a kid in the corner. Like, you proved you did something stupid. Get in the corner because you don't get nothing because you proved you can't handle that.
Yeah.
That happened to my friend's dad who worked for the police, but then he used to hack police channels and then specifically divert them or whatever for whatever reason. But so he has an ankle bracelet and not allowed to have any communication for stuff, and that's what they should do to the fucking people who do the swatting.
Yeah.
Ankle bracelet and make sure no computer, internet or whatever is near it.
Yeah, and the bad thing about that is, like I said, they should take away the internet and stuff. That's what I think they should do. And it's not all kids, because I know it's not. Like the one, I think I read a case of a 20-something-year-old being arrested for it. But it's like,
oh yeah, no,
it's like, let's just say it was kids for a second, or even if it's just a kid has it happen to him. How much does that send a message to the rest of his school? If, like, when it comes time for computer time, he has to leave the class, and the teacher says to the class, he's not allowed to use the internet due to the fact he did swatting.
Yeah.
Or at least say if they don't have to go into detail, because I don't know how much privacy criminals have, or saying because he broke the law.
Criminals should have no privacy.
I'm just saying, because
right?
like sometimes with kids and stuff, they have they put like all these extra privacy things on it. So I'm saying that could be a thing.
They do, but I'm just saying, I can't believe I'm going to have to say this, but I don't think criminals should have privacy, because I've seen people before now argue that, oh, just because the guy murdered someone or just because he was a paedophile doesn't mean he should tell everyone. Yes, I think he should.
Yeah, society has rules. He didn't follow them. Even if it was a mistake, you still should own up to it. You gotta be like, hey, everyone, remember I shot that guy? Okay.
Yeah. Like, walk around with a big nameplate that says, hello, my name is OJ. That's right, an outdated reference. But no. But yeah, but to wrap this up, we were saying swatting's bad and unethical behavior within gaming is wrong. That's my stance on it, at least, and I think more things should be in place to punish the people that do it, as well as and make it so it would be a punishment they would never forget.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying oh my god, no, you ruined my Mario Party, death row. No, I'm not going that far. I'm saying you take away their internet. They don't have the right to use their internet anymore.
Yeah, they need to come up with a punishment real quick for that, because I think that as it sadly is growing, I know that there's more incidents than they have of people caught for it, but I mean, they've caught at least, what, 1 or 2 people so far? So they'll start to catch more, so they need to start thinking of the punishment now before they're like, I don't know what to do with these people, and they really need to start coming up with either preventative measures from this, or ways to like find the people accountable. Like it's sad that that there's so many incidents and people are just like, like it's not like the cops are responsible for stopping it, but they need to have something in place to deal with this, so they can either if they have to verify or something, or they need something that they can either track the person if it's wrong or validate if it's correct before they scale up and start having people with body armor and shotguns kicking down someone's door.
And also keep in mind that you're actually stopping like a cop from doing like an actual like they have to take like one call instead of another. Like there could be like a murder call or like a domestic violence call, but they're taking your call instead. And like that can really fuck up people, and you're making it harder to use. Even if they have to have a verification system, that just that many like more seconds they can't answer the other call.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's like, I understand why the police rush straight in with guns and stuff, because they don't. A few seconds could save lives. And like I said, I wish there was some way of not having that happen, which is a shame. But yeah, people need to start just taking responsibility for themselves and just start having fun. At the end of the day, the key word, in my opinion, in video games is games.
They're an entertainment system, not a fuck you system.
Yeah, they're games. It's games, which means games are meant to be played. They're meant to be fun. And I say the key word there is games as well, because let's not even go into the thing of, wait a minute, this is 1080p? This is 7 tones. It's like, no, fuck off. This is 30 frames per second. This is 60. It's like, fuck off. The video part is
your
not
mom
important.
frames per This is your mom in 60 frames a second.
Yeah, but the video part is not the important part of video games. It's games. They're meant to be fun.
Yeah.
The moment you stop them being fun, they stop being games.
Yeah.
But
and losing is a part of it. If you lose, you deal with it. It's okay. You don't always lose, and you don't always win.
You learn more from victory than defeat.
Sometimes. Usually people say the other one, but
yeah.
But you can't always have it. But you know what? That's what you strive for.
Remember, it's not whether or not you win or lose. It's how you win. Thank you.
There you go.
And second place is for losers now. I'm kidding, but did you want to take us out?
That's only for the Olympics.
Yeah, so take us out.
All right, so there you have it. Thoughts on swatting, and unfortunately, its growing trend. And the other bits of news and other stuff we had. So I'd like to thank everyone for joining us this week. And hopefully you will join us next week at the same XGR time, same XGR channel. Good night, everybody.
Good night.